I'm working on a series of illustrations inspired by Taylor Swift songs, and this illustration was inspired by Cruel Summer. My initial idea for this piece was inspired by the line, "I snuck in through the garden gate." So I wanted this woman to be walking through the garden gate, being led away by this guy. I was also watching Queen Charlotte at the time, and I knew I wanted to incorporate that kind of imagery, as well as being inspired by pre-Raphaelite art that has a lot of garden imagery. Drawings like this sometimes take a life of their own, and as I was watching Queen Charlotte, it ended up turning into this outside of a party kind of illustration that these two snuck away, and people might be watching them from the inside as they are having this like scandalous moment. And I wanted her to look a little bit unsure, right? I think she knows what she's getting herself into in this moment. So I didn't want her to look necessarily happy, inspired by the song. And for him, I was inspired by the line, he looks up grinning like a devil. So like while he's kissing her hand, he himself knows, like what he's doing. Because it transformed into a vertical orientation also, it kind of reminded me of like some book cover. Like, oh, what if this was a book called Cruel Summer? So then I ended up adding this text to make it look like a book cover because I've always wanted to illustrate a book cover, and this is my way of manifesting that into the world. And there you have it. About 2 weeks later, I came up with this piece, and I'm actually really happy with it. I think it turned out really nice. I think Cruel Summer could be a series of illustrations alone in this Taylor Swift inspired illustration series. I have more that I would like to do with this, but next up for me is My Tears Ricochet.